Welcome to Dice Camera Action. Previously on the show, we had Chris Perkins as a dungeon master. He will not be joining us tonight, as we'll be doing another. No, this will be great. Trust me. As
Sorry,
we'll be doing a Chris Perkins-less game. However, previously on the show, Diath had a chance encounter with Laeral Silverhand within the dungeons of Waterdeep, where she made him captain within the Lord's Alliance, and through that, used her connections to help get him released. Back at the Waffle House, what everyone thought to be Diath was actually Plurio, the doppelganger of the Zentarum, currently searching through the house for something. They know that he was looking for money and something on top of that, along with his friend Morpheo, disguised as Paulton. Real Paulton, along with Strix and Evelyn, were at a nearby noble's house, where they were ambushed by Manshoon, the powerful wizard, and his Zentarum thugs.
Oh, that's what that was.
Through miraculous, yes. Yes, Paulton counterspelled Manshoon's power word kill, allowing Strix to turn him into a chicken, while Evelyn slaughtered the rest. And through quick thinking, Strix then used her word of recall to get the rest of them back home, just in time for fake Diath, after some troubles with Waffles the Owlbear, Jenks, and Nat the children, bumped into real Diath, where they then took him prisoner and returned him back. So where we're at now is that we have all returned back to the Waffle House. Plurio is still within our captivity, shoved into one of the closets. That still has a door, probably.
We probably barricaded it with something.
Yeah.
Waffles is sitting in front of it.
After getting some scritches. So we are now at the Waffle House, literally just moments after the previous episode. Yep.
Don't take that out already.
I just got done using it. Sorry.
That's fair.
Well, those kids sure did a good job defending the house.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
They're grown up to be real good adventurers.
I just wish they would have actually stabbed at least a couple of them. You know.
It looked like Nat was gonna. She had that dagger out.
I know.
Fierce little
Next time,
thing.
just tell her to go all the, just straight in.
Yeah.
Just right in the torso.
It's a pointy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you guys think?
Yes. Hold that thought. And I immediately go to wherever it is we're keeping fake Diath. I open the, I'm assuming, closet door, where I'm assuming
you have
he's
to scoot
tied
Waffles
up.
out of the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
Excuse me. And
Yeah.
it's like, you got my money?
Plurio, who disguised himself as a nobleman that he named Ragnus, says, "Oh, yes, of course." Through his cuffed hands, shimmies around and throws 21 gold pieces back onto the floor at you.
Picks it up. He's like, all right. And just shuts the door on him.
You hear Plurio call from inside, "There is no harm. I'm but a nobleman."
Paul walks back downstairs and sits down. He's like, all right. We can resume the episode now.
Wait, where did you go?
To get my money back from Florio.
All right. Did you stab him?
Should I? I can go back.
It's okay. We'll save it for later.
Okay, cool. Next time.
I want to stab him a little.
Yeah, I know I just got back, but seeing all of this, even though I was just away for such a short time, pretty sure this is a dangerous place to live.
No.
And after seeing what happened to Jenks and his owlbear stuffed animal and poor Nat,
I already fixed it for him. I'll hold up just a mangled owlbear doll that's just got giant stitches, and I was like, he didn't want it.
I'm sure he'll love it. But the point is, this place is too dangerous for them. They can't stay here anymore.
I mean, everywhere's dangerous.
This is really hard for me to say. But I agree with Diath.
And you know
Well,
he
what are you
means it,
saying?
too.
That you want to send them away?
They have nowhere to go. Where are they going to go?
Not send them away, just, bring them not here.
They can go wherever they want, but the longer they
Yeah.
stay with us, the more danger they're in.
Well, that doesn't sound like you're saying they can go wherever they want. That sounds like you're saying they can go wherever you want them to.
No, what I'm saying is they can't stay here because it's too dangerous. I know they're still witnesses. We'll keep tabs on them and keep them safe. But here, they're in further danger.
What if we tie them together with a rope?
I feel like this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, and each of them gets tied together, and then we don't lose them, and then we just tie them to part of the house.
Or what if
I think tying them to part of the
We're
house
not tying
is
them
fine.
to any part of the house.
we find them a home
Uh-huh.
with a gunless hippo?
Well, that's the thing, though, is there's gun hippos everywhere.
That's true if I've ever heard anything true.
Yeah, they're everywhere. You never know.
Out of the one I've seen, they all live here. So
That's true.
Look, we've made a lot of enemies at this point. And them being with us is just going to put them in more danger.
right. And the last thing we need is more people in our house.
But we can protect them. It's fine. We take care of them.
Can we protect them?
Do they need
I think so.
protecting?
No, I mean, not really. No, they're strong. They can take care of themselves.
We're
And
also
getting
trying to
stronger.
run a business here. And like, by the way, I've been looking over numbers, and I got to talk to you about the margins and over.
I don't
Have you been charging for the pies?
I don't understand money at all.
I think she's been giving them away for free.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing about selling a product is it is not free. I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everyone roll a perception check.
Okay.
I'll roll for the whole party. Well, Evelyn rolls a 19, uncharacteristically.
That's okay.
Wow.
I'll just roll Diaz because I know his will be amazing. 21.
Oh, Diaz wins.
We're gonna fight. I can't see because of my contacts, but it's a 4.
Right, Gia?
4. I'm too busy
Total
looking.
15.
I'm too busy like the math lady, like thinking about money. Like, oh.
Everyone except for Strix turns around, and there is a 6'2" buxom red-headed elf with a gray furry cat just standing, listening to you with a very perplexed look on her face.
Strix, it's your first customer that you
Wait,
can charge
what?
real money.
Really?
Yeah, real money.
All
For
right.
money. Ask for money.
Wait, are we open right now?
I mean, we have a
Customer?
customer, so.
Would you like a pie?
Actually, that is why I'm here.
Oh.
I would like several pies, actually.
Oh. All right. I will get to baking. Do you know what money is?
I do, and I have some to pay for the pies. That's how you normally
Wow,
do
I
it.
don't know how much they are charging here at this establishment that's mine as my party. And I run into the kitchen to start making pies.
Diaz will go to the countertop and start running the till.
We
By
do
till,
not have
you
a
mean
till.
like a rough-hewn wood box?
Yeah, there's a box that says no touchy monies.
Yeah. It's like filled with like garbage that
Yeah,
like
there's no money
Squidly
in
put in there. You just
There's no money in there.
yeah.
The little
I
gray
think at
cat.
this point, probably Nat and Squidly and Jenks just run by like,
The little gray cat crawls up under her shoulder like a parrot and just sits there.
Aw.
I actually need about 25 pies.
Whoa,
I was
what?
hoping you had some available.
I probably do. Do you want them warmed up, and do you want ones with crickets in them? Because there's a couple that have those.
Yes to the first question and no on the second question.
All right. All right.
Fruits preferably.
All right.
Meats?
Berries, apples, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, there might be a good berry one in there, too. That'll heal ya.
You should charge extra for that.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Yes.
she's
You got it.
savvy.
And
Yeah.
did you want to keep a tab open while you're here?
I would like to pay you cash money.
Oh.
Real money.
Bling cash
dragon?
money. We take that.
Yes.
A
actually.
half a dragon. That's what the money's called, right? I don't know.
Oh, the dragons.
Dragons, that's
Yes.
right. Those are the gold things that I'm not allowed to touch. Okay. All right. I'll go into the kitchen then and start bringing out as many pies as I had pre-made. And I'm sure I have enough. I'm probably prepared.
Why don't you roll a percentile?
Oh, of how many?
How many pies are there?
Okay, let's see. How many pies do I have? I have 13 pies.
Shockingly low.
So, how long would it take to prepare the rest of the pies?
Oh, not too long. I can go throw a couple in and get the kids.
Oh, that kids can help. See how useful they are in this household? Nat, Squidly, Jenks.
The kids are paid fair wage also. They're
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I'm not here to judge.
no
I
unpaid
didn't know
child
that.
labor is happening.
Well, while we wait for the pies, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Something about this place is a dangerous place for children?
Yes, there is a child infestation here that we're trying to say.
Oh, there's
They're
more
not
than
an
3?
infestation. They're not a disease. They're not a problem. They're orphans that we've been looking after.
They don't have a home, so they stay with us because they choose
Which
to live here. They
I-
want to live here.
Which I guess then they're not really orphans.
I don't know if they have parents.
Have you
But they
asked
have
them?
parents. Everyone has parents.
Well, I mean,
That's
do all
true.
of us have parents?
You hear like pottery shatter from a higher floor, and Squiggly just like, oops, I can fix it.
Kind of wish he had parents.
Well, darling,
Particularly.
everyone does have parents, just sometimes
Oh.
parents don't stay around or something happens to them and they have to leave.
I once asked Asmodeus if he was my dad.
How did that turn out?
He said no, so that was relieving.
Strix, I don't know too much about your childhood.
That's because it was horrible.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in the Hive in Sigil.
What's that?
So the Hive is a really bad place, like as bad as it gets. Like it smells like poop everywhere,
Ew.
and there's water and full of dead bodies everywhere. And when I was little, like super little, the only way I made any sort of jink was to go to the Hive and to dig bodies out of the stinky, fetid disease water. So what I did is that's where my stick came from. You know, this stick, this one, because
Did it have that water on it before?
oh yeah, it was all over it. Do you want to touch it?
No.
Oh, all right. But yeah, that's why, because this was for sticking the bodies out, like that. So I would scoop them and then then bring them back.
I
and
wrote that
Yes, you
thing.
should definitely disinfect that.
I'm
Probably
sorry it
soon,
touched you. You
especially
might-
with
You might
kids.
be
Clean it
diseased.
before I flew on it.
What?
Did you clean it before?
No, I've never cleaned it.
Cool. So that was in my crotch. Great.
Sorry. But yeah,
Noted.
so it's good for scooping up bodies. So if we ever, I don't know, accidentally kill anyone else, I can pick them up with this.
Why would you collect bodies?
Oh, because you sell them to the mortuary for money, for jink.
So you do understand money for bodies?
Well, I mean, for bodies, but you don't charge for anything else. That's dumb.
Oh, so like...
Why would you do that?
Right, food not worth money, bodies
Yeah.
worth money. Okay. Well,
They have to make them into zombies so that they can, work the mortuary.
this place sounds horrible.
Oh,
It's
dear.
pretty horrible.
Evelyn, we were there.
Oh.
Well, we weren't in the Hive. I think we were in the Market District. I don't remember.
I don't know which part. I mean, I don't know. I've only heard what you've told.
But that was District. I mean, we would have known if we were in the Hive. Would have
That's-
smelled real bad.
Sometimes when things smell real bad, I block them out.
Oh, that's
That's
fair.
smart, darling.
Is that why you
Yes.
block me out?
No, I never block you out.
Oh.
Do I? I don't
I'm
know.
putting down my body stick now.
Well, how did it become magical then?
I don't know. I just drew a bunch of things on it at one point.
You just
As
drew
one
stuff on
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I just drew a bunch of things on it and started doing magic.
Like those runes and sigils you just
Well,
drew?
that was afterwards. I spent a bunch of time, escaped Sigil, and then because my bakery I worked at was burned down or exploded. I don't really know, but everyone died, and there was blood everywhere. I was just covered in blood. And then I was left there alone, and then I ran away, and I got out of Sigil somehow. I found a portal key and just managed to tumble through a portal into one of the gate towns, and then I rolled around those for a while, which was terrible, and people chased me and tried to kill me. And I think I worked in a tiny bakery there for a while, but the bakery in Sigil was the one I worked in the most. And then I fell into the Feywild, and then I found my grandma, Baba Yaga.
Your actual grandmother?
So not my rosy grandmother, that's my new grandmother. This was my old grandmother. And I really hope they don't meet, because that's going to be real bad.
That's
There-
significant.
Is it?
Yes.
So,
I taught her how to make
really-
donuts that are shaped like Sigil.
So
And pies.
that was 25 pies, right? Okay, cool. Just making sure. Please don't leave yet. We need this money really bad.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
You mean you enchanted your stuff?
Yeah, I enchanted it. Baba Yaga taught me that I had magic, and I taught her how to make donuts.
Donut shaped like sigil.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how long I was there? It was probably like 6, 7 years. I don't know. I was a kid, and then I wasn't a kid anymore, so maybe it was longer than that. I have no concept of time.
How did you know she was your grandma?
Oh, I mean, she wasn't really. I just called her that.
Oh, you chose your family.
Yes, I just kind of stumbled there, and she was real creepy, but she had a house, and she didn't kill me, so I chose it. And then she wanted to learn how to make donuts, and
And
taught
look
me how to
how
make a
that
stick
worked
man.
out. Choosing your
great.
family.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with me.
So, what happened with Baba Yaga then?
One day after I had made her a bunch of pies and she was happy and, telling me stories like she usually did at night, usually about like weird murders and things, and maybe creatures, I just walked out the door to go do my normal daily routine of feeding the chickens and making sure there are no people impaled on the skulls and doing all that kind of stuff. And I wasn't there anymore. I was outside Daggerford. I was in the bushes.
You didn't do that? Some other unseen force?
No, I guess she was done with me. I don't know.
Did that make you feel sad?
It made me feel worried because I didn't have any food. But I did have my body stick, so then I started getting better at magic, killing squirrels and in all the little things I could find around, whatever world I was in. I didn't know at the time. And getting chased by farmers. I got chased a lot. Yeah, they didn't like me at all.
You're real good at running.
I sure am. That's how I learned.
That's good for exercising and training in survival.
Mm-hmm. So I'm real fast.
Have
But
you
I
ever
had no
heard of
jink.
Baba Yaga?
I have heard of Baba Yaga.
What?
This is very significant. The fact that you're still here.
Am I?
is-
The poke
I
test
think
is not
so.
reliable.
It does not work. No, if
It's
you
not
poke someone to
reliable.
see if they're there or not a doppelganger, it does not work. Unrelated. But yeah, she was nice to me. She decided. I definitely saw her be mean to other people, but she was nice to me.
Great.
Yes, you seem to turn out fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know about Baba Yaga? Maybe you guys can reminisce about your family.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, she looks a little like she doesn't want.
I know Baba Yaga is an archfey. I know that now because I read books about bad things that happened to me. That was one of them.
Sometimes we don't like to relive the bad parts.
That's true.
Yes.
No, that's why I crawl. That's why I crawl into my panic cupboard sometimes. That's in the kitchen.
Oh, that's very safe. That's good for
Yeah.
the heart.
Maybe there's some extra pies in the panic cupboard. Did you check
You're
there?
right. I'll run into the panic cupboard.
Okay. No crickets, please, or any other rodents or small insects.
This might take a little longer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a little bit of time.
Would you like a
Drink?
Yes.
yes?
We do have an entire wine cellar with fine selections of whatever's left over.
Yes. A very limited selection due to needing more inventory. There's definitely none stored anywhere else in the house. What would you like?
I would like something red, and I will pay for it.
Fantastic. Red is all we have. I'll walk over to the tavern, pour some wine. Just like, here's a, there you go.
It's a red.
I don't know why, but I imagined the wine being on tap.
What is the
Fair.
glass, goblet, cup? What is it in? Is it wood?
Strix, what's it in?
Uh-oh.
And how clean is it?
Well, no, Strix keeps everything that gets eaten very clean. She is concerned about the health of the customers. She doesn't do anything with the tap room, though, so it's probably super dusty and is, I don't know, like
It's
whatever
pretty
was in there.
Tap room's kind of more Paulton's.
Just place.
But
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
where he's
like
at.
I feel like
It's
Paulton
a-
would spend time polishing the glasses, so they might be clean.
It's a goblet with like a hand like, kind of holding it.
Oh, okay. So Paulton's been spending the money he makes on custom glasses for himself, and then complains that I don't make enough money. I see how it is.
This is very impressive.
Oh,
We
thank
could
you
do
very
events
much.
here,
Yes. Nervously
like
looking at it.
themed parties.
We
with
could say
pies.
that we've had some events here. Yeah.
Did you say party? We should throw a party.
Party. Always go well.
Why not? Don't you like parties?
I'm in the kitchen.
Well, you,
Don't you like parties, Strix?
No!
you do have children here, and perhaps theme parties aren't good for the children being around unless you put them
Why?
to work or something.
And as you say that, each kid like brings out a pie and just like sets it back in the pile and goes back in the kitchen.
Oh, they are working. Okay, well, at least you have that.
They're not working, they choose to help.
Yes.
We
We
don't.
choose to house them for it.
Right. We're not going to make any of the kids work.
It's important that children learn to do their chores around the house.
Yeah, but
Chores,
chores
not
is different
jobs,
than making them work.
chores.
Yes.
It's all situational, really. So, about this conversation you're having, you're saying that you think that this place is too dangerous for kids.
Well, yes. I mean, thankfully, you haven't noticed any of the scorch marks. To which there are like several all
Really?
around.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like foundation is questionable at this point. And
Look, I just keep telling them that you have to demo to Reno. And look at our fancy new tower. We rebuilt that like, I don't know, a week ago.
It is a nice tower. That's why there's some dust. Don't mind the dust. We're almost always in transition, pretty much. So, also, like, as I say that while you're holding it, you feel the hand, like, kind of crawl off of the goblet. It just kind of...
And surprise, it's just a bowl.
Just put it down.
It's like, ah, damn it, sorry. Come here, right now. Come here. And just like...
I do have to admit that isn't very safe. I'm looking around for the kids to see.
He
if they're
washed
okay.
himself.
Yeah, as you say that too, you see his little white beholder. So he's a little tiny gazer, a tiny albino beholder, and he just like floats in. He's like, and he like drops one of the pies next to the other thing, and there's some drool on it, and then he just floats away. And he's like,
Does he have
and
his
he's got a
little
witch hat on.
Yeah, he's got a little witch.
Can I have a discount on this one?
No.
Oh. I did
She's
hear,
learning.
I did hear these were the best pies in town.
Oh, where'd you hear that?
Yawning Portal. People have been talking about it.
Oh my gosh, people are
do
talking
that?
about us at the Yawning Portal. We're trending.
Oh no.
I'm scared of Durnan.
Why?
I don't know. He's scary.
Why?
I don't know. I'm scared of everyone.
Well, maybe you can solve this debate for us, since you're somewhat of a neutral party. You've seen the children, and if this place was, say, constantly attacked or exploded or infiltrated or
Full of guns.
a gun, 2 guns,
Possibly lots more guns.
At least 2 guns.
Are they
a
locked up?
handful of explosive barrels.
Oh, one of which the kids rolled down the stairs.
Oh yeah, I gotta clean that up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should I
That
light
might
it
be
on
the dust.
fire to clean it up?
I'd put a pin in that idea.
The point is, like, a lot of things have happened here, and they're, long story short, they're key witnesses in an upcoming trial that we're actually trying to keep safe for them. Since
Did you mention when like those assassins came up through the basement? Did you mention that?
I did not.
Okay, cool. Just
Oh,
just
don't
in
forget
case.
the undead
Not to-
beholders. They also came up from the basement.
Oh yeah, they did. They did do that.
And
You're
the
not-
regular beholders.
Look, I don't know why everyone's so focused on all the bad things that happen here. There are lots of wonderful
I
things
didn't say
that
it was
happen here.
bad. We all learned what undead beholders
Look,
look like.
we've had tons
Yeah.
of wonderful fireside nights with the children. We tuck them in at night, and they get lots of love, and they get to freely express
Wait, we tuck them
themselves.
in at night? I always just
I
close
tuck
the
them in
door
at
and
night.
just say, I hope you're live in the morning.
Squidly's like licking some of the pies. Just,
Really, no. Or do whatever you want. I don't know.
Can you make a few more just in case?
Yeah, I come out. They're in the oven. I'm like, they're fine. They'll just be cooking, and you know, I will get them when Albie comes out to tell me that they're ready.
I'm just saying
very
that
good
I
at that.
feel like, especially you, DF, are always looking at things like they must be dangerous and they must be evil. And I think you could use some optimism, and I just don't know why you have that focus.
Because most things are dangerous and evil. Have you paid attention at all for the last few years?
I see a world bathed in light. The light of Lathander shines down upon us every day, just like the light of this fire shines deep into our souls. and
Someone call me when this
our
part's
very
done.
being.
Yes.
Yeah, can I have one of those drinks?
Here's the thing. We're in Waterdeep. It's a very dangerous place. And
Yes.
honestly,
yeah.
yes, it is.
It's not as dangerous as Sigil or the Hive. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh well, in that case.
Yeah,
The
that's way
fact
worse.
that they have a place to stay is good. You know, they could be on the streets. That is bad. There are a lot of guilds out there and a lot of factions that would take advantage of them.
Hey, quick question. If I make pies without talking to those people, are they gonna get mad at me?
Who?
The guilds.
Oh.
Is there like a baker's guild?
There is.
Oh.
Which they did come by, and we got a license.
Oh. Well, then you should be fine.
We sure
Yes.
did.
Yes. But my point is, the world it's dangerous.
Yes, thank you.
But if you know the world is dangerous, it's dangerous out there, the dangerous in here, then let's unpack this a little bit. Why are you so concerned that it's dangerous?
I'm not concerned, just
That looks concerned.
Yeah, you're doing that thing where you fold your arms and look.
I am not.
I don't know you, but yes, you are.
I would consider your posture concerning. Don't laugh.
You hunch and then you do this like.
Look,
I'm deep.
I survived long enough on the streets. The kids did before we even saw them. So who's to say that they're not capable? Nat's very capable. I believe in her.
So you just put her back out on the street? You think that'd be safe?
Well, I'm not saying that. It's not like we're going to abandon them.
Did you find family out on the streets before us?
I mean, yeah, of course.
You
I
had a
met
family
Strix.
before us?
Backstory?
I mean, I didn't have family until Strix. I've
Yeah.
known lots of people. I've met lots of people.
That's where you are. Sorry. You
Who
can't
did you
hear
meet
him.
before we met?
Well, I mean, like, I got jobs at the Yawning Portal. I've known, like, there's Malcor, there's, my exes.
I'm sorry?
Exes?
Well,
Plural?
I've never heard this story, by the way.
Why wouldn't you tell me? Don't look at me like
because
that.
it's not a
You know what
great
that does.
story. And if anything, it's just proven how dangerous the world can be. And it's hard to trust people, and I know the kids trust us. And they can come back whenever they want, but I'm just saying that's not safe for them to stay here.
You're getting so much out of him. You should stay.
Yeah, keep talking.
As you do that, I'm just putting chairs behind you guys, kind of pushing you towards the fireplace.
DS doesn't even realize he's sitting at
Yes.
this point.
Whatever wine is left, I just hand you as you're talking. Just
Yeah.
Strix just like looks at you and she's like, what does exes mean?
There was someone.
Are they dead?
I don't know for sure. Are they dead?
No, they're not dead.
Oh, aren't you so lucky? Sorry, we're not at that point in the episode. My bad. I think I skipped a few points. Go ahead.
Well,
I'm sure it's fine.
it just means maybe there were some special people in DS life before we knew him.
I mean, everyone needs people in their life.
That's true. See, why don't you talk about them? Maybe it'll make you feel better and we'll know more about you and understand you better.
You already look way better.
Fine. It was before I'd even met Strix. I don't even know how long. A few years at the very least. And, I was still doing my small time adventuring whenever I could, just, like I said, trying to sweep up after other people went in, just collect up whatever scraps I could just to, survive. And I guess at some point, someone must have caught wind of me or seen me. Maybe I opened a lockbox at the Yawning Portal or something. I don't know. But that's when I had met Relissa. She, very tall, dark-skinned, muscular. I don't think she was half-orc, but it wouldn't surprise me if, she had some of that blood in her lineage. And with her was Kagan. Kagan was a little shorter than me, and he was nice and gentle, but they asked me to join them, to go on adventures with them. So we actually worked, all three of us, together. And that was good for a while. It really was. And I don't regret any of that. And we got to, we actually made a little bit more money, and we got to split it amongst us. So, there were happy times, and, we actually enjoyed each other's company. At some point, you just get used.
You get used?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It means it's because of them that I ended up in the Waterdeep dungeons in the first place.
So we can kill them.
Strix.
I'm just saying.
Well, what put you in the dungeons?
They had told me about a big score that was right here within Waterdeep, an abandoned mansion, more or less. You know, sometimes when noble and rich people own multiple houses in different cities.
It's amazing.
The landed gentry?
My parents do that.
What?
Did that.
Ugh.
I had a place like that.
I guess he went to some other city and had not been back to Waterdeep for some time, so his mansion was, told me, abandoned. So, and there was the talk of like just a massive, massive emerald somewhere deep inside. I don't know who's got it out or how, whatever, but so our goal was to have our own little adventure right here within Waterdeep. And that mansion was not abandoned.
But you were going to steal it?
I
didn't know.
What, so
They said it was
bought you?
they said it was empty. They said the nobles were dead, and then they got it.
They tricked you.
They got it, and then they left me behind so that when the guards caught me, they wouldn't go after them.
Why would they do that?
Because the world's a dangerous place.
No, people are dangerous. The world's not dangerous, and there's good people in it, like all of us. You can choose the good people, and good people will stand up for you when bad people do bad things to you.
Well, yeah, it's just, it takes me a long time to figure out who's good.
I
I'm
guess
good,
that's
just
fair.
so that we're all very clear. I'm also very neutral.
Plus, I think there's a spell for that.
There is.
Detect evil and good. There's no, like, detect meanie and good. I don't know.
That's true.
I'm sorry you got hurt that way, Dia.
Yeah, if we were there, that wouldn't have happened.
I mean, if you guys were there, I wouldn't have gotten that mess in the first place.
And someone that you loved and trusted that much, too. If they were your ex.
Whatever that means.
Exes. But yeah, and yeah, it did hurt.
Huh.
I mean, I've said it before, and I still mean it. I'm not a thief. I don't want to do that.
Why did you join up with them, then?
Guess I wanted somewhere to belong. They made me feel good at the time. Maybe they even tricked me. I don't know. But they were kind to me. They were nice. They were affectionate and, you know, believed in me. I guess, I don't know. Maybe it was all set up for the eventual abandonment.
So, what happened to them? Do you know?
I don't. When they closed up the latch of the rooftop, I was holding on to the cut rope. That was the last I saw of them.
Is that why you hate being locked up so much?
Yeah.
What happened in the dungeons?
Ooh,
Yeah, how long were you there?
I don't know.
What did they do to you?
It was really, really dark. Got to have sunlight for 1 hour a day.
Nice.
You didn't
That
have
sounds
anyone to bring you a
horrible.
pie or sneak in like I did last time.
No, that wasn't Strix, which was very dangerous and stupid of you. But thank you.
See, this is, if you had a family, maybe they would give you some perspective on the situation you wouldn't have gotten to take advantage of.
Yeah.
That's a great point, such as these children living in our house may get guidance from Dia.
Squidly is now licking gunpowder. It's like, I like this stuff better.
Squidly, I pay you in sandwiches. Come back.
So are you my mom or not?
No, I'm not your mom. Just because I have horns doesn't mean I'm your mom.
I don't know about that. He just runs off. I'm gonna go find the gun.
I would recommend, though, if you're going to keep the children, that there's some regulations, set boundaries, box things up, put them on very high shelves.
The boundaries being the front door in which they can stay out of it somewhere else.
That is the start of learning how to establish boundaries. Yeah.
Exactly. So we should find somewhere more appropriate for them.
No, the thing is that I think children need to be given the freedom to experience their childhood and learn those boundaries for themselves.
I think children should live. And here, there is a increasingly smaller chance of that happening.
This is a good point.
You should just train them better how to use those daggers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to teach Jinx
What?
magic, but Jinx doesn't know anything about magic, which is really unfortunate.
By the time I was 8, I could stab better than any of them, and they're,
Wait, what?
well, yeah.
At 8?
Well, of course, I mean, daggers are basic. I mean, I started with daggers at what, like 6.5?
Just to let you know, that's not actually normal.
I mean, it was at paladin training. I guess I was a little young for my class, but not too much.
You're squiddly upstairs. I found the gun!
I'll be right back. I'm going to go take that away from him.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
All right.
You
I'll
are
be
his
back.
mother, after all.
I'm not his mom. I go upstairs and you hear like this wrestling going on. Like, no, give it to me. No, that's not yours. No,
You all just sit
I'm
here
not
like
your
this.
mom.
No!
I'm not your mom.
He says, what do you have? A gun! No!
That's not a gun.
Cabinets. For the guns.
Yes.
Locks. Lots
Locks.
of locks.
Mhm.
Yes. That they can't open with magic. Yes.
I still don't really understand what that thing does.
Well, it's probably for the best.
I would like to hear more about this paladin training.
Yeah, I agree. It took me years to learn how to use a dagger.
Well,
I
doesn't-
had to teach myself.
Well, how do you think that paladins get so ready to protect the city? What was I when we met? 22?
Base stats? Like,
Well, thank you. But I mean, I don't know. I left my family home at 6 and went to the Spires, and Father Sunbright was my mentor. And
oh, that guy! We saw him go incinerate in flames, right? That was the one? Right.
yeah. But he's going to be fine. We're going to bring him back to life. Just, I mean, I've been dead how many times now? I'm fine.
That's really not good for your skin. It'll actually age you by dying often. Yes.
We can fix that with goat's blood.
What? Do you have any of that?
No, I mean, I can get some. I had a lot of goats.
Where?
Your parents kicked you out when you were 6?
They didn't kick me out. They devoted my life to the service of Lathander and Waterdeep.
So they kicked you out.
Well,
They made you.
I mean, I wanted to go. I mean, my dad was a paladin of Lathander, and he was a great adventurer, and I thought he was just the bee's knees, and I wanted to be just like him, and it seemed like the right choice since, you know, my brother was learning how to run things for them. He was the oldest, and so he was going to kind of take over as, the lordly duties, and I would just be sitting around not helping, and I wanted to help, and I had, I had some trouble getting around at first with my leg the way it was, but my dad brought me home these flying boots that are magical, and that helped me get around just fine, and so then I was ready to go to training.
As you do when you are 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a lot to unpack there.
I actually agree with you. That's pretty intense.
Want to go first? Because I got plenty.
So, did you have any friends when you were a kid, as a kid?
Well, I mean, yeah, I was like,
Lathander doesn't count.
Agreed.
well, I had, in my order, there were plenty of other children, and we got to have some recreation time each day, but we were sparring partners, and I got along real well, and had, relationships with some of them that were special, too, and, I don't talk to many of them anymore, but that's because we're all doing our duty.
So you had colleagues.
Yes.
When you were 6.
Yeah.
Well, I was there a long time.
Okay.
I mean, you don't learn everything when you're 6 and then go out and I serve Lathander and now I'm a baby, you know.
What's your favorite game from when you were 6?
My favorite game? My favorite game was sweep the leg, dodge the staff.
That's not a game.
That was like my favorite game.
What was yours?
Don't drown while trying to pull the body out of the water.
That sounds fun.
It was fun.
Also not a game. I'm sorry, I feel like I need to be very clear. Those aren't.
Well, here's the thing. I don't begrudge my childhood. I learned a lot of important things, and I made my choice, and I serve Lathander, which is the greatest blessing of my life. But I will say, I was very lonely a lot of the time. Very lonely. And I wouldn't wish a life of loneliness on any child. And I would have given anything to choose to be with my family. So, Squidly can keep licking whatever he's licking.
Oh, I locked him in a closet.
No, you can't lock a child in a closet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Do not lock a child in the closet.
Don't
Get him out.
he
Yeah.
thought that he had a candle and he was holding it to the gun and it was just a bad situation. So I just locked him in the. He's playing with waffles. It's fine.
Okay.
It's okay, I'm licking the doorknob.
Oh, man.
Plan to the closet. It's just waffles squished in the closet with him.
The little gray cat hops in your lap, seeing that you're really distraught about this memory.
It shows me.
Big round eyes.
We don't need any more pets. Deeth has said that like 30 times.
Please don't give us your cat.
Absolutely not.
Well, how strong is it? Could be useful.
What are its stats?
Does it have any powers?
Kind of.
It's not combat
She
ready.
has a
Not with that
habit of
attitude,
making
it's not.
friends with people.
Oh, okay. Does
Yeah.
it like shoot lasers?
Not yet.
Poison darts?
Not yet.
I think
Disintegration rays?
I do think, though, that there's a point this cat is trying to make. Is that Evelyn shouldn't have been lonely, and I had Stinky. So Stinky and I went on all kinds of adventures. I mean, cranium rats don't talk unless there's a whole bunch of them, then they'll kill you. But one can be your friend, and so it would have been better if you'd had a friend. And I think it's good that the kids have us, because we're like their cranium rats.
And maybe, yeah, and maybe they know what they need, you know? Like the cat knew it needed the best pets in the whole world.
I was lonely as a kid, and I was fine. I think I turned out great, as I'm just like chugging whatever. I'm aight.
You think children should be lonely?
I just don't think it's the worst thing for them. Would you rather be a lonely kid or a dead kid?
I mean, I wasn't lonely or dead, but I was talking to a cranium rat, and I had to sweep up bodies. But I mean, I lived. I'm okay.
There are more options.
Are there?
She's so smart.
You get more pots
What?
for being smart.
Oh, thank you.
Oh wait, I'm giving them away. Ugh.
We talked about this.
I know. You
It's
get.
called an upsell. You didn't say it's for free, so that's
Well, you also had Juniper for a while, right?
Yeah, well, I found Juniper when I was already a paladin. She was,
Oh.
starving on the street, so I just fed her a lot.
Okay.
That's how I make friends.
Yeah.
That's how
And
I
it shows
met
you a
Trix.
sense of responsibility.
What?
There's some lessons. Maybe you don't know that you learned, but you found responsibility by feeding.
Oh, yeah, I'm responsible for everyone. That's my job.
That sounds healthy.
I mean, I don't know. Why are you on my case all the time lately?
Excuse me. I'm not on your case. I'm just like, hi. I call things as I see them. It's nice to meet
He
you.
does.
I do.
Okay,
I does.
Never mind, it's fine.
Hokage says I does, so I do's.
So what about this childhood of yours, so lonely? Tell us about it a little while we're sitting here gathered around the fire waiting for pies.
Oh, wow. Well, recently I learned that my parents were murdered. to death.
Wait, is that why you're wearing your fancy coat? Because you're trying to be dark?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, that party ended a while ago.
Don't try to write my motivations out for me. I'm my own character. It makes me feel pretty.
Are you just...
Anyway, your dead parents.
Oh, right, my dead parents, who are dead.
Murdered.
So they were killed by this guy who I had the opportunity to kill multiple times, and I didn't because it was the right thing to do, or whatever the hell that means. So yeah, and I didn't even remember it until we were in this very horrible place where I remembered a lot of things that I wish I hadn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So see, I'm doing great. I got it figured out. I got it all together-ish.
But aren't memories, even good or bad memories, aren't they important to who we are? Don't you want to remember things?
I mean, I got some pretty sick powers from them, so I guess so.
Yeah,
See? Optimism.
right. Optimism. Optimism.
What?
Ah!
Wait, what?
Sure.
Oh,
Sorry, Kitty.
I don't think... Does the cat want a treat? I'm going to give him a treat.
She loves treats.
Okay.
It does for her.
Here's the thing. If we don't remember the bad things, we can't learn to have them not happen again. So, Dieth, if those people hadn't have been so awful, you wouldn't have known to look for people that weren't.
I mean, I guess.
That's how that works.
And growth, right. And, I was lonely as a kid, but I learned how to freaking smash the poop out of evil things. So, I can't be upset about that.
Yeah, and my parents were murdered, so I'm like, oh, next time when a loved one's about to get killed, I can stop it. Oh, wait, no, I couldn't. Over and over and over again. That's fun.
Oh,
Do you need a drink?
I need another.
just like take whatever bottles are on the counter and just...
It's like, oh, God, yes, please.
Andrew just starts sliding more over to you.
I just grab Andrew holding the bomb. It's like,
Just holding a hand, holding it.
You said memories. I thought just the memory of your parents came back. What else came back?
I mean, there was that whole, dead wife thing that we touched on briefly. That
Do you want to talk more about her?
want is an interesting word for that.
I agree.
Yes.
Well,
sometimes it's good to share it and kind of get it out there.
sometimes it just feels bad.
And sometimes it feels bad, but it's probably important for exposition to further the plot. So I guess
I never understand half the things you're saying.
that's fine. Yeah.
Maybe he needs some pie. Maybe it'll make him feel more comfortable.
All right, I'll go get pie for everyone. I was meaning to get a pie for Dieth anyway because he looked sad. So I'm going to go get pie. Everyone gets pie.
Yay!
Well,
There goes the profits.
Enjoy your pie.
a little bit before I met this bunch, I was married to my wife. We've been married for probably a couple years-ish. It was good. We had a good thing going. We had a pretty steady income. We had a really nice place. It was actually really close on to these noble houses speaking. It was a rental. We could
Did you destroy it?
Huh?
Like we do. We destroy it all the time.
No. Why would you destroy your home? That makes no sense. But like I said, it was a rental. Waterdeep property value. It's all over the
It's
place.
true.
It was right before the bubble, so the owner's market. Anyway, so yeah, it was good. It was the whole Waterdavian dream, if that's a thing.
Oh, on the C ward.
Sure.
Okay.
Or whatever it is, but yeah, and then one day I was out and playing a gig that they need to stop cheering during the sad story. It's really inappropriate. And it was, I don't know, I just had this weird feeling. I was like, maybe I shouldn't take this job. Like maybe, because we're pretty set on rent this month, and I hadn't been spending enough time with her because I've been really busy trying to, work, because there's that whole, like the whole, creative worry of just like, when's this all going to disappear? I better work as much as I can while I have this.
Cards.
And, it's relatable. And so I took this job, and it was just like any other gig. Went out, it was a fine show, stayed a little late for a couple drinks with the staff. And I came home, and, city guard was there. There was a crowd around the house. And went up to the room. They insisted I not go in, but I went in because I was like, yeah, this is a fine idea. And there was just blood, just everywhere. Just on the rugs, splattered on the walls and ceiling. Her body's face was just mangled beyond recognition. It was barely anything left of her, but it was her. That was how many of the strawberry pies, by the way? That was, you want like 5's good? I just really want to make sure this order goes through.
5 and
okay,
4
cool,
cherry.
Great. Yeah. There were like chunks of some kind of body just like all over the bed. It looked. Ugh.
Strix is like eating cherry pie, and she's like,
Maybe less cherries.
And they, I mean, there's not much else to that.
Well, why? Did they ever find out who and why and why?
No. Never found out why, never found out who. Just all they told me was that someone knew how to cover their tracks.
Why would someone do that?
well, let's find them and kill them too.
There was nothing left there. That was the weirdest thing. There was like nothing. It was just in and out.
But you know such good magic now. You could do your magic and find these people.
And do what? How am I gonna?
Take them to jail?
Who?
Whoever
Where do I
did
even
it.
look? I don't know who did it.
Well, we can ask around. Did you murder this
I think
nice man's
I
wife?
think maybe the reason he always drinks so much is he didn't really want to remember or look. He wanted to forget.
Oh.
It does help. That is a fair point.
Did you find a moss-covered coin?
Oddly specific question. Yes. Why?
We need to talk. Relissa and Kagan, they might know.
The
What are you saying, Diaz?
I'm saying, I don't think they did it, but if you found that moss coin, that means they know who did, because they're part of that same crime family.
Okay.
See?
I'm just, I'm just gonna lay it out there. We're doing full transparency right now. Did your ex kill my wife?
No.
Yeah, they sounded really mean. I mean, you don't know. I mean,
But she definitely knew about it. She was telling me about how there's going to be an upcoming big take on what was supposed to be a soon-to-be vacant house. And it just, to me, it sounded like just straight up theft, so I told her I had no part of it and I didn't want to do it. That's all I know. It lines up too much.
So somebody had planned. Someone planned killing her and then told other people about it.
So they could steal from it. Yeah.
And and then she was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, you know how to pick them, don't you?
Sure do.
Cool.
maybe-
Where is she?
I don't know.
How do we find her?
I thought we weren't going to find the mean people
Oh no, we're gonna find this one.
and kill them.
Yep.
Hey! I can polymorph them. I really don't like killing people, but we'd always need more chickens.
Look, I don't know. But I have ways of finding out, and I'll do my best. And you have my word on that, as your friend. Please don't call me Hokage.
And where'd the cat go?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, she's here somewhere. I'm sure she'll come back soon.
Maybe she's playing with the children.
Maybe
I found a cat.
Is he licking it?
I'm licking the cat.
I take off up the stairs looking for the cat.
How'd it get in here? The door's locked.
So this mysterious red-headed woman disappears up the stairs, leaving the four of you alone downstairs by the fire.
This is good. This openness, our hearts are open. Lathander is here with us.
I only like nights where Deeth is working, Paulton is drunk, I'm panicking, and you're talking to Lathander.
It's almost nights.
These nights where we just stare at the floor are just too scary.
Why?
Tuesday.
They're scary. Everyone has so many secrets.
Well, what secrets are there left? We just learned everything there possibly is to know about everybody here.
Yes, we did. No, I have more questions. For you.
I'm an open book.
Sure. Just rewind a little bit. You said that your brother was going to take over lordly duties?
Well, yeah, you know my family, the Marthanes, the manor and the whole, holdings and all that. And it's a government type position, but it's very provincial, so it's no big deal.
This sounds like a big deal.
All y'all think such a big deal is everything's a big deal. Nothing's a big deal. I'm just Evelyn. I'm just adventuring. I'm just here. It's just fine.
Were you supposed to, be a government person?
Yeah. Or a princess? Are you a princess?
Well, not exactly. I mean, it just depends on your. No, not.
She's a princess.
No, my technical honorific would be lady.
Is that a princess?
You're still lady of the house?
I don't pay much attention to how those things work, because when I became a paladin, I gave up all those things. But, Bratton's still back in our hometown and running things just like my mama used to, and he's doing a fine, good job and definitely doesn't want my help, so I'm here in Waterdeep.
If I ask you a question, will you answer it honestly?
I'm always honest.
Did you become a paladin to run from your home duties?
No. I don't. Well, I guess I didn't really choose it at all.
What have you chosen?
I guess I chose this.
Well, I'm glad you did.
I guess that's kind of what I've been afraid of is I've never loved anything as much as I love this. Except Lathander, of course. But I kind of worried once we came back here I'd have to go back into paladin mode, and the church might make me take on other duties that I wouldn't be able to live here anymore, I wouldn't be able to adventure anymore.
For what it's worth, we were afraid of that too.
It's true. They had a statue of you
They had
for
a
while.
statue of you. That's weird.
That was weird.
It was weird.
Yeah. We
No,
thought they were going to make you work again or something, and then we wouldn't be able to hang out with you, or suddenly you'd be too good for us or something.
Yeah.
Too good. That's why I hated that statue. I didn't want that attention. I just want to be me. I just want to be here with you.
That's good. We all like you.
Thanks. Even when I talk about Lathander.
No. Sometimes. Don't make the sad face.
You like it when I talk
I
about
stopped
Lathander.
calling him butt-hander just for you.
That's true, you did.
Yes.
It's the little things.
The red-headed woman comes down the stairs with the 3 kids.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh, boy.
they stand in front of you. And, well, have you asked them what they want?
That is a great idea.
Wait. What?
Nat's like standing at attention in front of Dieth, like,
Squidly has like scratch marks on his face. The cat didn't like me.
Gunpowder on his boat.
The cat walked by and its tail is just like poof.
Oh, no! Jenks is probably just holding his sad, stitched together owlbear doll, just kind of crying a little because he really hates it.
"Oh, Jinx, what's the matter?"
It's not my... Strix made it scary.
Strix, can you just do the fix it?
Yeah. Is that what I should do?
He wants it. Give him whatever he wants. That's how to deal with children.
What?
That sounds healthy.
I'll prestidigitate the owlbear doll to look prettier. And yeah.
Yay!
And Jenks is like, "Oh, well, he's back!" And he hugs the owlbear, and Strix is just I don't understand. It looked fine.
It did. It looked very nice.
I even put the blood stains on it.
You put bloodstains on it?
Yeah. I need to be accurate.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Squidly's like, I liked it better before.
Thank you, Knots, my son.
Thanks.
Squidly, don't
Not-
be a jerk.
Squidly, you like living here, don't you?
Yeah, I like the guns and all the fights and the explosions and it's really cool. I found a knife. Nat had a knife.
And have you learned many valuable adventuring skills while you've lived here?
Getting really good at licking stuff.
Have you developed a taste profile that allows you to identify rare items?
Oh yeah, I know what gunpowder tastes like. I know
I don't even
what
know that.
dirt tastes like.
I do know that.
I know, that's about it.
You tasted a cat.
I did.
You what?
Just a little lick.
Looking down at the little
Dieth-
gray cat, and it's like,
Dieth will approach Nat and be like, Nat, where do you want to be?
With you.
This place is dangerous.
Every place is dangerous.
God damn it.
What'd
She says,
say?
"Don't worry." She pulls out the dagger.
See, that's the knife.
Jenks pulls out his wand, and he's just like, "Yeah, I have magic." The kids are all... Strix is like, "Don't worry, it doesn't work. He thinks it works." It's-
Squidly takes out the gun. Yeah. It's like, I found it again.
a weird, shimmering shield type thing. The redhead.
Oh, I always forget to cast that spell. Smart.
Probably a smart idea. Nat, I know you can handle this.
Thank you. Very proud.
Dieth walks up and turns back towards the table and just goes, son of a bitch.
Yeah, Strix will look at Jenks and be like, "Do you want to stay here?" And he'll just like hold his owl up and be like, "Well, I want to learn magic like you." I'm like, "All right." You told me to give them whatever they wanted.
You should teach him a spell right now.
Yeah, that'd
It's harder than that, and he might not actually. I mean, I'm a sorcerer. I'm not a wizard. I don't know if he's a sorcerer. I have to get him a book.
The
Who can
shield
I ask?
goes up more.
Are you a wizard? Oh, then you can give him a scroll or something.
Whoa, what's...
There's nice spells like levitate,
Just let him make some pretty lights or something. It'll make him feel real
dancing lights.
Just cast dancing lights. Oh, here, look. And I do a hand
Oh, wait, you gotta
signal.
pretend he does it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Jenks, hold your wand up. He's like, eh. Wow, it's real!
Yep.
You did it, Jenks! You're a wizard!
Several glimmering dancing lights start like twirling around Jenks as he just like keeps playing with it.
Yeah,
and for
he's like-
once, everyone else sees the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so happy.
Nat like drops the dagger.
Yeah, Jenks is like, I know magic! And he's making his little owlbear dance. I'm like, Strix looks at him and she's like, oh, see, he's happy. I mean, he'll learn eventually.
Each of these kids has interests, and those interests need to be nurtured. And it
Squidly
seems
is like
they all
holding
look
the
up
gun, like facing him, like, did I do this right?
Could someone take that away from him, please?
Colton like walks up to Squidly. He just kind of takes it. He like crouches down. And he's like, "Hey, man, I know you and me don't talk much, mainly because playing two characters talking to each other is a little weird." It's like, what? But do you want to stay here? He goes, yeah, I want to live with Mom.
I'm not your mom!
It's like, okay, I don't know if that helps, but it's an answer.
Look, if anyone came looking for the children, if there had been any indication whatsoever that there was a home that was missing them,
Have
would
we
be different.
checked?
That's
I mean,
We're
just
bad
because they
people.
have a home doesn't mean they want to be there.
good point.
That is a good point. It makes me feel like less of a bad person.
Do you want to be in where you came from?
It was cold under the bridge.
Nat just picks up the dagger, stands at attention next to Diath again.
She wants to be here.
Yeah, Jenks will just, Jenks is still freaked out by the lights. He's like, wow! And then he's
I
just
think
like,
that
no,
al-
I like it here.
I think that also means he likes it here.
Yeah.
Come, let's go to the kitchen, children, while the adults talk amongst themselves.
Are we adults?
Technically.
Yes.
Oh,
Aren't we technically like 80?
yeah.
That's weird.
Uh-huh.
I mean, how does resurrection really affect your age? I'm still worried about my skin.
I did some goat's blood. If we get, probably, I did the math once, it's like 50 goats to fill a bathtub. It's like 50, it's like so many goats. And I
hope
don't
you-
want to have to.
You keep bringing up all these goats, and I've never seen one, and I'm getting
No,
real
it was when I was in Barovia for the 80 years.
Oh,
Or
right.
was it?
50.
Yeah,
I thought it was
50
50.
years. I can't math. It's
No
been
one
a
can
while.
keep track of these timelines.
Anyway, I learned from one of the hags there. I think it was Baba Saga. I don't remember. I know a couple of them. Goat's blood. You just bathe in goat's blood. You can extend your age.
It's that simple?
Uh-huh. I mean, you probably have to do it like in some evil cursed land like Barovia.
Oh.
Maybe not here. And I don't really want to kill the goats anymore.
I didn't mind Barovia so much.
What?
Have you ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome? Just look it up.
Why is everything I say wrong all the time now?
It's not
That's
that it's
generalizing.
wrong. It just was not right.
You like Barovia. Meh. We're in the church. You're all liars. Meh.
Oh, he did say that, and you were so mad.
I said it once that you heard. And, like, that's...
I just thought that after all this time, maybe, I don't know, never mind. You're right. You are the one that calls it like you see it, and you've never seen anything other than that, apparently.
I mean, just for Evelyn's sake, let me just throw this out on the table. Are we ready for this? You met the Raven Queen.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a power. That's the same as Lathander. Very real. Very real. just put that in. Super crazy, super nice.
My doubt's not toward Lathander. I prayed to him once.
You did?
Yeah. It was when you died, and I was very nice to him.
See?
You prayed to Lathander?
I mean,
Yes.
never prayed to the Raven
He
Queen.
prayed to you.
Yes.
Oh my God, he's answering.
He always answers. You just may not hear it exactly as you think you will.
He goes, it's like, sorry, we don't have wedges, so it was hard to hear you. Can you, like, project it this way? I can't hear
He
it out of the
always
house."
answers, just not exactly as you think he will.
Okay.
It's convenient.
It's a cool guy. Lets you, die over and over. It's a good feature.
I'm fine now.
There are worse things
Yeah.
than death. Living 50 years alone. Ha!
You know, arguably, I'm better now. Remember, he blessed me with that boon?
It's true.
I'm stronger than I've ever been.
You also have your boots now.
Well, I've had those a long time.
Well, yeah, but still, I'm sure that was a blessing from
Yeah, why do you
Lathander.
always wear those boots?
Why would I not wear the boots?
No, I mean, like, always. You're always flying. You never walk.
I hate walking, it hurts.
That's fair.
Walking hurts?
Well, sometimes if I walk too long. On my leg, My leg, stops below the knee. Like I have a prosthetic. You've never noticed that?
No, I just thought your leg was extra pretty.
That's so sweet. No, yeah, I mean, the boots kind of help, help me get around. That's why my dad brought them for me. And walking sucks, and flying's pretty.
That's honestly why I thought you were flying all the time. It was a flourish thing.
Well, thank you.
The redhead comes back out with like 5 pies. You see that there's still more baking. There's like little smoke coming out in there. I don't know what to do with them, but I think they're making a little mess in there. They're a little rowdy. You should train them.
Strix, could you?
Yeah. And I just like take a moment, I turn around and go, Squidly! And I just take off
You
towards
are
the
his
kitchen.
mom, after all.
I'm not his mom!
The stove's hot. Should I lick it? That might cool it off.
And you hear just like things falling down, and yeah. It smells good though.
So, have you ever had pets before? I mean, that you had to walk or...
Have we had pets?
The gazer flies back in and just like drops another pie and is like, Rah!
You hear the owlbear
Oh.
coo upstairs.
What? We're so rude. We didn't ask what's your cat's name.
Oh, this is RPG.
RPG should be Waffles. Is it okay to introduce Waffles to RPG?
Oh, that'd
Sure.
be hilarious.
Waffles! Come here, girl! Come here, girl! A giant owlbear comes boom, boom, boom,
Oh, dear.
down the stairs.
Oh, and RPG is just like,
Waffles, sit!
and RPG's like,
She's actually quite gentle and trained.
and
Oh, God.
crawls up,
We treat her better than the kids.
smells his face, kind of lays slowly, kind of touches his face, like,
Waffles gets real low like this with her little beak.
Oh,
and then just wraps both paws around and
oh.
Waffles is like,
and a giant loogie just she rubs it off on him and then kind of curls up Her tail.
Aw. Waffle's kind of like,
I peek out from the kitchen. I'm like, is there cute animal shit going on without me?
hurry, look.
Hold on. I'm like, it's so cute. Okay, I'm done. I go back to the kitchen.
But I mean animals that you have to care for. You have to make sure they're fed on time. They leave the house and use the
Waffles only eats
restroom.
pies.
And whatever she kills in battle.
Oh, that's good. But I'm talking about caring for creatures pretty blatantly.
They
Just
had mice before.
I know. Wait, come here. I'm going to call Simon over.
This,
And this little-
child-sized wooden doll dressed like a jester waddles up right up
it's our
next to
son!
Alton.
Like, he's not an animal. It's not really a kid. He's something, though.
And this
Simon,
doll,
say hi.
This doll
Don't
looks
kill.
This
He
doll looks
captured a
over at
kid
you, just
once.
goes.
okay, I really don't like this. I'm very uncomfortable right now. Am I supposed to look at it? Well, how do you?
He's fine. He's gone through like at least 2 alignment shifts. So like he's really friendly.
He's good. You don't have to worry about him either.
It's kind of
It's just. Yeah, that's not. That doesn't make me feel good.
Simon has been, Paulton has raised Simon to be quite a important part of our adventuring party. He carries the wine. He shoots poison darts only when it's appropriate.
And sometimes
most of the
kill
time.
darts.
He's also a great swimmer. Doesn't even need to hold his breath because he doesn't breathe.
I didn't know he could swim.
That's not the point.
Yes, but what are its needs? Does it have needs
Him.
Yeah.
that you have to pay attention to on the regular?
He gets really lonely.
We did neglect to think about the fact that he couldn't express himself, and recently, with the help of Nat, taught him sign language, so now we can actually speak to him. How are you?
You know
feeling?
sign language?
Oh yeah, he knows sign language.
Ask him how he's doing.
Yeah. Ask him.
How are you?
I mean, that's what he's always done.
Ever since we taught him sign language and we've been, making him more involved, he's been a lot better since he tried to jump off a building and run out into traffic.
Yeah. Don't
What?
forget why I blew up the turret.
What?
You didn't hear that.
I think, in the spirit of secret sharing, maybe it's time that we talk to Diaz
What?
about the turret.
Oh, right, he doesn't know. Oh, he doesn't know that.
No.
How did I forget?
Well, you're his parents, so you tell them.
Yep. And you're the sober parent. I don't think it's my place. I'm in no place to drive this train wreck.
Simon, in searching for companionship, may have misunderstood how to play well with other children, and may have locked a neighbor child in a cage in the turret,
He did what?
just for
Turret's gone.
a few days.
That's not okay.
No, it's
Right.
okay. He just wanted to take his soul so he could be a real boy.
No, that's not okay.
It's not?
You're right, it technically is kidnapping, but we taught him what kidnapping was, and we
Yeah.
made him take the boy right back.
And we bribed the kid with Juniper, which is why Juniper's gone.
It was
so
not
he
so-
has
What?
a pet now.
Yeah, did you notice Juniper's gone?
She's
No.
very quiet and PC.
Yeah.
Who's Juniper?
It was her mouse.
My fat little
Her pet.
pet mouse.
But
Yeah.
now he was just collateral apology for a kidnapping.
Look, Juniper was being neglected somewhat here anyway.
You know what, Deeth, you're right. You are a bad judge of people.
Anyway, we returned the child. He seemed like he was okay.
Yeah.
And he understood, and he lives over there and plays with Juniper, and we see him every once in a while, and
And
Yeah.
Simon isn't as lonely because he knows sign language now. And I blew up the turret. So you couldn't find any evidence of the kidnapping.
Which in hindsight might have been not a great idea. Probably undecided.
I'll take that.
Great. That's a great way to build trust, is by hiding stuff like that, by destroying evidence.
It
What would have hurt you?
Oh, are we talking about hiding stuff?
I understand that. This, I'm not mad. It's fine. I'm
Halton's making the crazy face.
sure everything's fine. Just
Sure, everything's fine.
as long as Simon understands that you don't lock children in
He
cages,
does.
you don't kidnap people, and you don't hold anyone hostage.
Simon, do you understand these things?
He kind of.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're there to teach them.
I promise not to destroy evidence again, even if it'll make you sad.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
All of this was perfectly legally handled. There were no charges pressed, and
And if it does come back, it probably won't be for like another 2 seasons, as always. So we'll be
It's
fine.
true.
Do you guys ever get time to talk about anything?
No, that's why we're so messed up
we did once around another fire at one time.
with the turtle man. I think he's dead.
Oh, I liked him.
Well, speaking of taking care of Simon, the kids, they want to stay here.
Would it make you feel better if we looked into their family history and found out if there's anything they've left behind or anyone we should notify?
I think we should only look into their families if they want us to, because maybe that's something they want to have left behind. That we can understand, right?
We're already partway there. We found Squidly's mom.
You did
I would stop
say,
you, but it's a good bit.
You did
Yeah,
say
thank
that you wanted to let the children choose their family.
Yes, we have to let them choose. It's because
And-
they could have come from someplace worse that was way worse, and they had to dig bodies up or something
And
terrible.
you did choose your own grandmother.
I did choose my grandmother, even though she was an sort of maybe a neutral and evil. I don't know, archway.
Pretty evil.
And
No,
he's
that's good to get
choosing-
confirmation on that. But
He seems to have chosen you as his mother.
no, but Can I just be your crazy witch aunt?
I think we can probably make that work.
He's like, Mom, are you mad at me?
No, nephew. I am not.
My name's Squidly. What's a nephew?
Go upstairs and play, kids.
You're my mom. Why don't you know my name?
I know your name is Squidly.
Take Waffles with you.
All right.
Go play with Waffles, Squidly, preferably in the street.
It's like, cool, I'm going to play with the gun some more. He takes it out. No. It's like, how do you keep getting that?
The kids will run upstairs and Waffles will trot behind them. You hear them kind of like chasing each other around and rest.
Simon, can you go watch over them?
Simon's the responsible one.
He is technically like 80-some
He
years
is.
old.
You say, as you say, Simon, will you take care of him? He looks at you, and then the mouth like opens, like.
Good boy.
That's right.
I don't know you very well. You
Really?
seem
There's been a
like-
lot of exposition today.
I feel like I know you more than anyone else at this point. And I gotta be honest with you, you guys need a sense of responsibility. I'm not really telling you what to do, but man, you guys need to learn to take care of things.
Excuse me.
The
No
problem
offense.
is that we need to learn to take care of ourselves.
And yeah, that might be a good outcome of learning how to take care of these children.
I'd like to think we're responsible. We are technically sort of parents. We are running a business. We are, and it's going pretty well now that we learned about profits.
How much do I owe you?
So Diaz will go over the till and start like doing some math on paper.
It's a box. So are you pretending it's a till?
Yes, he is. So it looks more important than it actually is. Oh, yes.
We have a roof over our heads most of the time.
It technically was given to us by another.
We pay rent.
Do we?
Yes.
10
pay rent?
gold a month.
Yeah, it's 10 gold a month.
Are they alive?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
they're doing
Okay.
great at this period of time.
Okay. Well, there are a lot of good things, a lot of things you can work on. It does sound like these children care a lot about you. And you might actually need them.
You know, I don't think necessarily that we do a bad job taking care of ourselves. I mean,
Just not a good job.
look, I think that if everyone just tries to take care of others, then
No, but you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Well, that is taking care of myself because that's what I want to do.
But what have you ever like just been like, hey, I get up in the morning, I'm Evelyn, I'm gonna yell real loud even though Strix is still asleep and talk about Lysander and she's trying to. Do you ever just say, today I'm going to do something I want to do instead of try and keep everyone from dying?
Yeah, when was the last time you had a you day? You.
Because I've never done that. I get up and panic every day.
Well, what would you rather do?
Not panic.
Well, how can we help you stop panicking? I'll take care of you.
No, I mean, no, see? That's the problem.
She asked, how do you stop panicking? Paul just kind of slides over some wine.
That is also a problem.
You did seem to slow down on the drinking for a while, but you've had more wine than I thought we had in the cellar recently. Are you okay?
Huh?
Why were there barnacles on one of the casks?
Oddly specific question. Also, yes. I found them. Oh my God, that's not a lie. Shoot.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Barnacles.
Albie comes out of the kitchen. Part of him's on fire, and he's like apparently the pies are done. That's it. That's his alarm. It's like so I'll run up and be like, oh no, Albie, no, it's okay, and I'll put him out and I have to go get the rest of the pies. They're done. I'm gonna go get them. None of them are going to have parts of that little beast in them. I promise. Okay, and I go into the kitchen.
Diaz brings it up as it'll tell you the total is, if you got the dragons, 425. 4 dragons, 25 nibs, sorry.
Okay, friends. These are rumored to be the best pies in town. I'm going to give you 40 dragons.
That's 4 months' rent.
Ma'am, he
You
said 4 dragons and 20. I do not actually say that.
You should learn the value of a good reputation.
Oh.
And I really do hope these pies are good because I just bought a lot of them.
Wait, are you bringing them back to someone?
I am.
Who?
Well, one of my bands, I'm a band manager. One of my bands is returning to town at the Yawning Portal. They're called Sirens, Sirens of the Realms. Have you heard of them?
Called what now?
Sirens.
Oh my God.
No, never heard of him.
The Siren Sisters.
Do you ever tour?
We do. Yes.
We're planning Paulton's next tour. You guys should play with each other.
I don't think we should do that.
They're very lovely, but they've been gone for a very long time.
Oh, shame.
They're going to love these pies. And I hope that
you.
one day we can hear them play music.
Yes, and if you do, just let me know. I will be sure to totally be there. Not that it matters.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. They play the Yawning Portal, I think, in a week.
They play the Yawning Portal? You should play the Yawning Portal.
Ooh.
Did you break something there?
Not yet. It's like you said sirens. How many others are there?
There's about 5, 6. They kind of move on. Some of them get boyfriends, and they kind
Is
of.
one of them like one of those like genie people?
Genasi, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is one of them like just quiet? I'm doing a thing. like a tree seasony.
Oh, a Violadrin, yes.
Oh, okay.
You have more friends than us.
And there's also like there's a tiefling, right?
Yes. A
I
very
knew
young
it. He's been
tiefling.
hanging out with other musicians.
Yeah, the fire
He's been
genasi,
hanging
the
out with other
tiefling.
tieflings.
Yeah.
So you have heard of them.
This is why he's been so
No, never. Can't say I have.
What?
Not ringing any bells.
Very good
Please
guess.
tell her that you're not being mean because you're just hanging out with musicians.
I'm not hanging out with musicians. I've never heard of these people.
Well, either way, we thank you for your needless generosity, and we do hope they enjoy the pies. And if they do, feel free to come back for more, where we'll give you standard rates. You don't need to give us this much every time.
Well, you all have given me a lot. You've given each other a lot, and there is value in that. Not saying to sell your backstories or anything, but I appreciate your time and your adventures, and I am a bard as well as a wizard. I am an instructor over at the Bardic College, New Alam, College of Whispers. So yeah, come by.
College.
What's the College of Whispers?
Sounds like something I should probably know about.
It sounds sexy.
It is sexy.
Do you have to say it like this every time?
I like to.
Okay.
You're just like, I went to college. Wink.
I don't believe him. But yes, there are many schools at the Bardic College. Schools of bards at the college. You know what I'm saying. Yes, and there are many kinds of bards. What kind of bard are you?
That's a great question. I am a bard of my own inspiration.
Oh,
I am a performer of my own path. I am out of clever ways to say I'm not entirely sure of.
Fantastic. Come to the college. I'll introduce you to other instructors.
Cool.
Maybe
You guys got
learn
like a sponsorship program or like some kind of. I can't pay for college right now. We got 3 kids.
We have.
Just come by and we'll talk. But yes, I am taking these pies to the Yawning Portal to have a big party.
Well, that's wonderful.
A party?
Yes.
I love
She
Can you take Evelyn with
She
you?
specifically said party, which is very different from a party.
That's what I said, party.
No, she said party.
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 That's what I said.
Not party, party. Parties are much fancier. Am I right?
This is the Yawning Portal, so it's a bit.
It's a party.
It can get a bit rowdy.
You're right, it's a party.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what I said.
Yes, it
Can
is
we
what
go?
it is.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to invite myself.
You are more than welcome. Yes.
We get to go to another
I don't want to go to the party.
Evelyn, if you would enjoy that, you should go.
Yeah, you
For
should go. For you. It's
Yeah.
a you thing. You like parties. I don't like parties. That's okay.
We hate parties.
I'm into parties sometimes.
You
Paulton is the life of the party.
Yeah. Or death, depends on the day.
Right.
Tuesdays typically are when death happens for us.
Is this party on a Tuesday?
No, I don't think it's Tuesday.
It is on a Tuesday.
Oh, no. Never
But is it between 4 and 6 p.m. Pacific?
Why so
Wow,
specific?
yeah, that is very specific. And
Because
yes,
as long
it
as
is.
it's after that,
Yeah.
we should be fine.
It'll be safe.
After, yes.
Yeah, nothing bad happens after that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. Pretty sure you can't kill us in a crossover episode. There's like immunity.
I have heard that.
Yeah, see?
Or have I?
I don't know.
Tell that to Binwin.
So yes, come to the college, come to the Yawning Portal. My name is Vlania Umvara, and you are more than welcome. I have a band, Sirens, and I also have another band, Magic Missile. They're very fun.
Good name.
Thank you.
I just realized that we never even introduced ourselves. That's the first time we've learned your name. I'm Evelyn Marthane. Very pleased to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
I'm Strix Beestinger.
Oh, very Bee Stinger. I've heard that name.
Yeah, because again, we made a deal with Asmodeus, who made me a bee stinger, so that Another evil family, the
There was a-
Schizics, who's probably coming back anyway. There's a lot of like universe-ending things
There was
right
a
now.
thing with the multiverse, and they have a totally platonic but close relationship, and it was maybe gonna end the multiverse, but then we fixed it, and she got adopted.
Yeah, it's all on the VODs if you want to see them. So.
Oh, interesting. I've met a couple bee stingers.
Are they mean?
One of them was mean. She was a little old. The other one was actually, he's kind of nice.
Oh, I think you're talking about my grandma, the old one.
How many
There's
grandmas?
a lot of grandmas.
Two
a
grandmas.
lot of grandmas.
Just Rosie Bee Stinger
Oh,
and Baba Yaga, who again I hope never meet.
yes.
D.F. Woodrow.
Very nice to meet you.
Paulton Seppa, very nice to meet you. Have never met you or anyone else you know ever at any point.
Okay. It's very odd.
You invited both of us to the party, but I don't think Paulton will probably want to come with me. But I'll come.
Fantastic. Well, you're welcome if you choose to. Fantastic. If not, I hope to see you again sometime. And she goes and opens the door and snaps her fingers, and a very ornate gilded carriage turns up. And there's a gentleman. He's eating an apple, and he turns and he tips his hat. How am I going to get all these pies? And she just, are they in boxes? Like, what are?
Oh no,
what do they
yeah,
look
they're all
like?
boxed up, and it has the little Chicken Foot Coven logo on top of the box. The branding is excellent. She's been learning about branding. So they're all very nice, boxed up with little like kind of like green like ribbons, like grody ribbons, but they look nice. They're tied well, and each of them has little handles on them, so you can carry them easily.
She's more of an artist than a business person, you know. The profit we're learning, but the branding is excellent.
This is good. You want to include the boxes, the art, and all of that into the fee for the pie.
Oh,
That's good business.
I drew a dragon on the bottom one for you.
Oh, thank you.
It's like mauling someone.
Oh,
You know so much about everything. Can you teach us something else before you leave? Do you know anything about love?
about love. I can teach you a little thing about love. The funny thing about love is you don't know when it's going to happen to you. It could happen at any time, anywhere, especially when you least expect it.
Wait, but this sounds like the world is an unsafe place.
The world is both an unsafe place and an amazing place. I don't know why that
Go on.
Why are you face touching?
Hey.
I do not judge, but yes, so keep your eyes peeled. You never know when it's going to happen.
That's beautiful.
But that's scary.
It can be a little scary,
Because what if it does? What if it already is?
but you've experienced it.
No, I haven't.
Well, sometimes love isn't for everyone.
How do I know if I'm experiencing it if I'm not experiencing it?
Maybe your friends will help you.
Sorry.
Arpeggio. She hops up, kind of curls around the shoulders and her little tail. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for coming by.
I
Thank
hope
you
you.
for coming by. Tell your friends.
Oh, is there a sign?
There is a sign outside. It's a little logo of a little chicken foot and a broom, and it just says in scratchy, barely legible writing, it says Chicken Foot Coven Pies.
Cool. It was lovely to meet you. I really hope. Well, actually, what have you decided? I mean, I can't leave without knowing.
You.
I mean, I think we decided that the kids are going to stay, but like you said, they do need to be properly taken care of, which means much more than just letting them live here. We need to
House
hide them.
rules.
They are their own room. That's not the panic room.
Yes. They can each somehow maybe get their own room. House rules would be good.
Let's make them right now. Will you help us make house rules
Absolutely.
before you leave? Okay. First rule,
No playing with guns.
no guns.
You're pointing
No,
at
It's
me.
gonna be on you. That you're
I can
really
skip it.
going to need to put that somewhere they can't. Part
I-
of training animals is you have to learn how to talk to them.
Well, I'd lock it away, but I think this guy knows keys better than I do, so maybe he should put it away.
Oh yeah, if you lock it, they're never gonna get in there.
Can we
Oh,
just
yeah.
get rid of it? I don't like having weapons that I don't know how to use in the house.
Well,
I mean, that's what that is.
related to guns, we don't let them play with Strix's staff.
No. No one gets near. That's mine.
Yeah, and if Jenks is going to practice magic, you're going to have to instruct him. The best you can, or at least
Please.
How about
just, like,
this?
as long as
No-
he doesn't call me mom.
Jenks won't.
Good.
No weapons or magic use by children except under supervision.
Honestly, we probably shouldn't have any destructive magic in the house at all. We've blown up the house too many times, and Dia got mad at me for covering up evidence.
But what if there's a bad guy?
Only if there's a bad guy.
How do we define bad guy?
I literally live with 3 destructive magic users.
Yeah, I do believe that actually instructing them, they're going to get older.
Is that how that
They're
works?
going to get, yes, they're going to get older, and these skills, as you've learned, are beneficial, especially in a place like Waterdeep.
That's true.
I'll teach Nat.
Yeah. And if that little kid keeps licking my stuff, I will punt him into the sun.
Why don't you teach him to play an instrument?
Sounds hard.
Maybe make it the drums?
That's a great idea.
Look, I think Squidly's more interested in weapons than he is in music, so I
I
can.
want to play drums.
Never mind, I suppose not.
We did it!
Fulton and Squidly just smile simultaneously and look at each other. Yeah?
I am so sorry.
Thank you. Story, yeah. You're not the first person to say that.
Squidly grabs Strix's staff and starts like hitting
Oh, no,
cans
no,
with
no,
it.
no,
Ding,
that's mine.
ding,
No,
ding.
that's mine. I'd take it away from him angrily.
I'll teach Nat how to use daggers, and I think they could actually probably use their own kind of leadership, you know? That way someday when they don't need us, they can just lead each other.
Like we need each other.
Right. And we do
And
need each other.
Lathander.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
You're going to want to teach them a little respect for you guys and your stuff.
Oh, see, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
I don't know. I feel like Nat respects me.
Maybe talk to them a little bit. Give them some consequences. Teach them discipline. I'm not to tell you how to do that. You'll learn about that as you get to know them. Getting to know them will help too.
I think they know respect. I think they respect us.
I don't,
Right,
no.
right, Squidly? Shut up. Okay.
Yes, taking
Case
your
in
gun
point.
away from you often, that's not very respectful. Touching magic items that are very dangerous. Also
And
not
unsanitary.
incredibly.
Yeah, touching the body stick.
They might get some diseases.
I mean, I never have.
I can cure them, it's fine.
See,
And
all our
we'll
bases.
continue to look after their health. Yes.
And feed them.
And feed them.
More
of
than
course.
pies, they need proteins, vegetables.
They're growing children.
The pies have I have pies with meats in them and vegetables in them. Everything just comes in pie form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You need at least 90% carbs a day. That's how it works. It keeps you strong.
In Fantasyland, it sure is how it works.
But we're not there. This is the real world.
This is the real world.
That's what I meant.
The point is, we'll continue to look after them because, let's be honest here, they've chosen us. And we have to accept that responsibility, and we can keep them safe, you know, to the best of our ability.
That's right. Now let's go find your murder axe.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure, everything will be fine.
DF.
And that's where we'll stop.
Thank you very much.
We just like bow.
A big thanks to Satine.
Yay! Thank you, Satine.
Thank you guys.
Hey, Satine,
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
if people want to find more of your stuff, where can they come to watch you?
Twitch.tv/D&D.
Yay.
Sirens of the Realms, Tuesday nights, 6 to 10 p.m. Pacific. And Sundays, Dungeon Master's Guide. It's a talk show. We teach you how to make adventures every single week with old DMs, well, not old DMs, experienced DMs, and novice DMs.
Thank you. And if you want to watch our show, if you've never seen us before, we're Dice Camera Action.
You guys got the jokes, though, so I'm guessing some of you seen it.
You can find us with the hashtag Waffle Crew everywhere, and you can watch our show from 4 to 6 p.m. on twitch.tv/DND, or find us on the D&D YouTube channel.
Every Tuesday.
Yeah. There is another realm, a realm outside of the Forgotten Realms called Eberron. Yes. Ooh. And on Wednesdays from 7, it's 7 to 10. I was like, well, I don't know what time our shows are. Maze Arcana, twitch.tv/D&D and twitch.tv/Maze Arcana. We have Inkwell Society and Neon Noir in Eberron. Ooh. We're level 1. It's very exciting. Yes, so
and
thank
everyone, make sure to tweet at Chris Perkins.
Yeah. Tell me
you,
you missed him, please.
Yeah.
And
Also,
you...
go ahead.
No, you.
Please.
After.
I was going to say, we have other stuff going on this weekend as well. We've got signing at our booth, which is where?
In Brandland.
Brandland. So we have a signing tomorrow at noon, and then a signing Sunday at 2? At 2. And then we have a panel.
We have a panel and an official PAX signing tomorrow. There's a lot of times and dates, so just look on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
We will put it all out
Think
there.
of questions to ask us.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will see y'all back on this stage tomorrow during Acquisitions
Yay!
Incorporated.
Where Evelyn will be joining them.
So we'll find out how Evelyn got to Ravnica, because I have no idea.
No, we don't know either. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
You'll hear us screaming in the audience.
And with that, thank you all so very much for coming. We really appreciate it, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your PAX.
Yay!
Thank you.
I will cherish her. She will sign some papers, give me power of attorney, and what's hers will be mine. And